Okay, I'm going to try this again because I saw on my phone, even though the phone was rubbish, I saw three people had commented while I was live doing that Justin reading, and I did not see those comments at all, and I refreshed the comment thread 3 times throughout the video. So if anyone is here, there is a bit at the bottom where it says comments will appear here. Let's see if they will. Because Aaron joined my live last night, I did not see him either. Shall I do Alex Salmond? What Alex Salmond want the people of Scotland to know? Did he have money? If he did have money, it was earned, honestly, I'm going to say that. If anyone sees this live and they're commenting and I'm not responding to, I'm not seeing it. So if you do want a card or a reading, inbox me on my Facebook page and I will do your reading. This Facebook Live thing is not really giving. Not sure if it's a glitch. Anyway, what did Alex Salmond want the people of Scotland to know? There's some heavy energy in the air. Okay. I'm not liking this. I don't know if I should do this. He feels like he died too soon. I do kind of agree. I don't know anything about Alex Salmond actually. Was he married? The marriage card is upside down. He had an intention. He passed away, not in Scotland, and he had an intention for that trip. That's what I'm seeing with this card in reverse, like a travel kind of vibe. He had an intention for that trip, but it's been unfulfilled because there's a cup missing that's been unfulfilled. Whatever he went to do on that trip was unfulfilled. His intention that he wanted to achieve. I don't like that heavy energy I'm feeling. It's like he's not happy that he passed away. Oh, everything's upside down. Did he have a wife? He wants the people of Scotland to do research on why we should have independence and the importance of it for the country, and listen to things your intuition tell you is correct and not the lies that the, dare we say it, the media put out. Financial benefit for the government, the British government, with keeping us. I mean, we know that, people who voted yes know that, but that's what the card was giving. And I'm literally seeing him insane in my head in his accent, Scottish accent. I know I've got a Scottish accent, but his accent's like, is it Glasgow he's from? I don't even know. I don't even know anything about him. And I'm hearing him say, do your research, and he's keep nodding his head like that. It's like it's important or something. It's important to know why we need it. He was disappointed at the people of Scotland. Well, this is obvious, but he's disappointed that the people of Scotland did not wake up soon enough when we had our one chance. And there was a lot of people at the time, I know myself, because I voted yes. A lot of people saying, I'll vote yes next time. And it's like, why next time? This is our chance. There's no next time, and that's been proven because we have had no next time, despite allegedly the polls saying that we should get it. If we weren't so brainwashed by the media, we would have gotten it with the bridge there, go reach on the other side. He was really disappointed in the people of Scotland. I think he had more faith in the people than what we showed him. Who's the Queen of Cups? Did he have a wife? I'm going to Google. Did Alexander have a wife? I don't actually know. I think he had like a girlfriend or something. It looks like Moira was a senior. Okay. Moira. Salmond married Moira in 1981. Because she's shown up as the Queen of Cups. But she was also in reverse. Closely protect their private lives. Oh, lived in Aberdeenshire. That's where I live. Okay, if anyone's in this chat, by the way, please DM me if you want a card. Looks like his wife encouraged him with his work. She was very supportive. It looks like, but I'm seeing a lot of encouragement with the Three of Pentacles card attached to the Queen of Cups. I like the Queen of Cups because she's very emotionally like in tune with her emotions and always like a giving kind of character. Like obviously I don't know this woman. You just found out her name's Moira. So she usually like puts others before herself. Is the Queen of Cups energy. Let's see Moira's face. See if we can pick up her energy. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, they do look good together. Okay. She encouraged him a lot. I'm seeing also they maybe had discussions about finances to try and like keep his dream on track. That's what I'm seeing with the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is not a big money card, but it's a small money card. I don't know anything about his finances, so that's what I'm kind of seeing. Oops, with that card. Drop one. Okay, this is just cards. I could be wrong. But he's telling me that this yes and no vote in 2014 caused a lot of disputes in marriages, possibly even led to some breakups for marriages that were falling apart already, if you know what I mean. It didn't cause a breakup from a happy couple, but he's telling me that it caused a lot of disputes, and that some couples like broke up over their political views, like maybe the husband voted yes, she voted no, or whatever. I'm seeing like a specific couple where the husband voted yes, or maybe that's more of the common denominator, where the husband was a yes and the woman was a no. I've worked in mostly female environments, and I can tell you, they're mostly no's. It is sad. He worked hard to see his dream play out, and we all know that. But he was disappointed that he didn't get to see it come to fruition. But I think he needs to know that he did amazing. He did this people who voted yes. He did the people of Scotland who voted yes. He did us proud. And by the way, I'm just going to say I never believed those allegations. I've always felt that they were made up by the Westminster government to tarnish the yes movement. He was strong though. He had like an inner strength that kept him going, and this lion is giving me that he had a lion in his belly, and that's just like a fiery energy that kept him going and being like determined. It's giving for this dream to come to fruition. It never happened. I'm picking up that he maybe felt like a bit of a failure, and he took that quite hard on himself. I mean, he did resign, didn't he, in 2014, but he picked up his strength again at some point after that, and I think he did start getting like the fight back. He started the Alba party, didn't he? He put a lot of work in it, but yeah. And I think the strength, it gave him like a sense of purpose in life. That's a pretty good purpose. Okay, what's the King of Pentacles about? He does have a sense of pride. He put his heart and soul into the movement. Pentacles could be a money card, but for this reading, I'm reading it as his heart and soul. He put his heart and soul, he channeled everything he had into this fight for getting independence. As we all know, it did not play out the way that some of us, at least 45% of us, wanted. It's apparently like 56 now, isn't it? Not enough in my opinion. But yeah, there is a sense of pride of what he did achieve, despite the disappointments and everything that's coming through. But I feel though at the start of the reading, but when I felt that anger, he's like angry that he died that soon. His health wasn't in the best shape with the Two of Pentacles here before he passed away. It was a heart attack, so yeah, obviously. But he had physical signs, I feel, with the dark hills in the background. He had physical signs and he was ignoring them. What he should have done is cut out meat and dairy. Red meat specifically, and dairy. And probably would have given himself an extra few years. Maybe not long enough. But it is giving health led to his... I mean, obviously it's a heart attack, but he had physical signs in his body, but he was ignoring them and thinking, oh, he's just fine, oh, he's just tired or stressed, whatever. But I am seeing him like, and I don't know him. I haven't even seen videos like before he passed away, but I'm seeing him like struggling to be like heavy breathing. I've noticed people who eat a significant amount of dairy and red meat, like heavy foods, how often you can hear like I can hear it, because I know when I cut out dairy, and I didn't eat a lot of it because I was a vegetarian, I've never didn't like cheese, but I noticed it myself, I could breathe better up here. Not that I had problems breathing before, but it's only something you can acknowledge if you experience it yourself. Fellow vegans in here, you might know what I'm talking about, but I noticed that I could breathe better up and down here, and I can hear it, particularly in smokers as well, like the tightness in the chest, and it's like, oh, you want to tell them you need to cut out dairy, because you can feel it as an empath as well, you can kind of feel it. Oh. Was there a period in his life where he struggled financially and had to think about options of how to move forward? Because these two cards were in the reverse. 5 Pentacles is a small money card, so it could just be in the thousands. By the way, if anyone's commenting, I'm not seeing it. Please DM me if you want a reading. Yeah. But there was a financial recovery after that small period of financial struggle. Give us more. What was that about? What was the financial struggle about? His dream. Put his heart and soul into getting a dream for Scotland. He put everything he had into it. Why are these cards out? Didn't have kids, did he? Something prominent that he wants to know about the future of Scotland. The future of Scotland. We should all vote yes, because the future of Scotland depends on it. We've seen the mess of the government in England. Look at the smoke there, that's the mess of the government in England. I mean, what is it, I'm sorry, but what is it with Keir Starmer putting all these, like, prisoners and stuff? Why is he so obsessed with prisoners? Like, we've all seen that he was releasing prisoners, and not prisoners, as far as I read, that were the least crime, or maybe like caught with a bit of cannabis or something small. Just the ones that were best behaved, which is terrifying, because if you know psychopath behaviour, you know they're the ones that are going to be sitting there and know how to play nice and be good and charm people and win people over. That is terrifying. As someone who did a course with Grampian and Women's Aid, there was a woman in there who was quite badly abused in a touchy way, if you feel what I'm saying, and her ex-partner, was jailed for 7 years, and I mean, that's the kind of people that get let early, and women are unsafe. And then I read that Keir Starmer's put in £4.4 million of taxpayer money into prisoners to give them a pay rise in prison. What about the flipping NHS workers? What about funding the NHS to get 24% of the population who don't work back to work because they're struggling mentally? What about doing something positive with that money, Keir Starmer? Rant over? What my rant I just had, Alex agrees with me. Or Alex. He agrees with me. I know, I can hear him like chuckling a little bit. He wants us to let go of old ideologies of Scotland, stereotypes I guess, of Scotland being too small, too wee, we can't do this, and coin. Or using the pound. Who gives a flipping crap about what currency we use? Why does it matter so much what currency we use? At the end of the day, you'll still get paid the same. You'll still get to feed your kids. You'll still get to feed yourself. You'll still get to buy your nice clothes. Why does it bloody matter if it's a tatty scone, a pound, a euro? Scottish money is not even legal tender in England anyway. Anyone who's been to England with a £10 Scottish £10 note will know that they either do not accept it or they're checking it religiously, asking the manager to come through. We need to let go of these ideologies and think about the bigger picture, is what he's trying to put across there. Don't listen to a narcissistic government. This is literally a narcissist card, but he's telling me this is the narcissistic government, we need to not listen to them. I feel his frustration. He wants us to stop waiting around and educate ourselves and listen to what? Higher guidance or something? What is that? Listen to what's best for the people of Scotland, because I guess, I mean I agree, but the people of the English government do not have the best interests of people of Scotland, or the people in general, at heart. Come on, we're seeing that, right? We're all seeing that. And this is why I was telling people in the last election, I didn't vote in the last election, I couldn't be bothered. Also, it was quite short notice, I didn't have time to get the postal vote, and I was not voting in my area because it's scruffy here. Yeah, what was I trying to say? He thinks the system is imbalanced. And we, the people of Scotland, looking at the sword, we, the people of Scotland, need to take matters into our own hands and fight for it. So whether that means, take this how it resonates, that means going out for rallies, taking control of our situation, going out for like rallies or protests, I don't know, some sort of petitions might help, but he wants us to be more like physical world active rather than internet active. That's what he wants, that's what he's telling me. Man, this guy is funny. He wants us not to stop sitting on our bums and get up and do something. What? Oh. Okay. He's not happy about how the SNP are handling things. He thinks they're doing things the wrong way. The source was in reverse, and I'm mostly seeing the yellow, which is the SNP site. They're focusing on all the wrong things. And I've actually seen people say that online as well, like, oh, SNP are too much about this and that now. And I kind of agree, they're kind of all about the poor nowadays, and like, there's no such thing as flipping poor anyway, because I'm currently on benefits and I'm richer now than when I flipping worked a full-time job. So how does that make sense? Ugh. We can't move forward looking back. I keep saying letting go of old ideologies that no longer serve basically the people of Scotland. Wake up and smell the coffee or smell the roses. And see all that, like looking at all the, listen to all the things, all the crap that media say. This is the truth coming through that we're not seeing and we're not listening to it. We need to stop pretending that everything is fine with the English government, which is showing up as toxic in reverse, because we're ignoring the toxicity and ignoring the pain that the Westminster government are causing people throughout the UK. I mean, I've got friends in England and they all tell me they can't get a doctor's appointment, they can't get a dentist appointment. It's a mess. I do think the Scottish government, SNP anyway, they do deliver on their promises, and they do try and put money into the people of Scotland, but they do care too much about the poor, which bothers me. He was heartbroken when he didn't get that yes, and he really wants to see Scotland succeed. But we do have to take matters into our own hands with the Page of Pentacles there. And the Pentacle, it could represent a world or earth, it could also represent health, but in this card it's reading as holding Scotland in our own hands. That's like the Pentacle to me is Scotland. He wants us to also recognise the greatness of Scotland with the culture, the castles and things like that, and realise that we would still have things to keep us financially stable. So a lot of people are going, oh yeah, what about when the oil runs out? Well, it's not run out yet. He wants us to acknowledge all the culture, and people are also getting sick of the royal family anyway, and most people I know don't even like them, especially since Charles and William's a bit of a, never mind, it's not about the royals. I don't want to be negative, maybe I should just shut up. Yeah, he wants us to acknowledge the beauty of Scotland and appreciate it, and recognise its own greatness within itself with a strong culture. I don't think we have, like, we do have a few celebrities, but I think he wants us to focus on more like Scotland as a land. Like a great and powerful, you say something like great and powerful land of the glory. What is that? Is that from a song? Is that from a song? Should we ask if he thinks we'll get it? Because I'm looking at this Seven of Wands in reverse and it's a struggle. It's in reverse. So it's giving like, even if we do get it, it's going to be a long road to get there and a long struggle, and maybe not even in this kind of timeline. Does Alex think, now that he's in the spirit world, he'll know. Okay, Tower card in reverse. If we ignore it, which we are doing, and accepting things as they are, no, we're not going to get it. We're ignoring the struggle. We're just accepting things as they are, and everyone's like I've even stopped voting, so I'm like, I really can't be bothered getting involved in it anymore. I'm just trying to make my own life and get my mental health back on track and all that. Anyway, that's what he's saying. keep on ignoring it and we're not going to get it. He thinks Scotland's amazing. Just looking at the crown there, he thinks Scotland's a royal country. And it is, it's pretty amazing. Can you clarify the Eight of Pentacles, please? He's telling us Scotland will survive on its own. Scotland will survive on its own, and it will also heal. And he's telling me that the people of Scotland will, I don't mean heal on a deep-rooted level, like if you've had an abusive boyfriend, you're going to heal just so we've got independence. That's not what I'm trying to say. But he's telling me that the land, or when he's talking about Scotland, he's talking about the land itself. Like I'm seeing the grass and the greenery and just the land, basically, is what I'm seeing. And this is a healing. To me, the stars also was a healing card. And the stars are looking like they're shining brighter, so it looks like there would be brighter days ahead of us in Scotland if, you know, without being bossed around by a government who doesn't care about anybody, apart from the prisoners. We can move forward, but he knows that people are so stagnant, but there is something about writing. Could be online activism, but he's telling me something about writing. Is it a book? Oh, is it the book he wrote? Is it the book he wrote? I thought he was trying to tell people should write, and I'm like, what do people write about? There's a book he had when the Yes movement was going about. He had like the little blue book, and I noticed when I looked at the Alba party website, they had a little Alba book. He's saying yes. He's nodding his head vigorously. The little Alba book. He wants us to read that, and now he's saying thank you. I'm going to order that. Maybe I'll vote for them. That's what he's trying to say with that Pentacles card there, because she's kind of like busy there, and she's putting all her work in. She's in like a secluded space. I don't know, maybe he was in a secluded place in his house, in his office. Maybe he's got the office in his house or some sort of office. I'm seeing a secluded space where he wrote this book and put his heart and soul into that. Pieces of his heart went into his work the whole time. I like that. I respect that. Oh, he made sure his family was taken care of though. He did not ignore that. He says he'll rest easy when Scotland get independence. And I'm not sure if he's going to stick around in the spirit world until we get it, to be honest. Like, I'm not sure what the rules are, because, I mean, I've been in the spirit world, so I've lived before, but I don't know what the rules are. I don't make them, I've obviously been there, but I'm not sure if the rules, like, maybe they can say, like, once you get your life review, you can kind of, like, say, I want to stay here for a little bit. I don't know, but that's what that's giving me. He's not going to move on until we get it. He's holding on. Holding on to his dream for dear life. Huh. He's telling me that there's a possibility of, or he's seeing, I'm saying possibility, but he's saying this, he's seeing some positive change come in with the page of, that's him holding on to his dream, and this is like positive change for the people of Scotland who are still here. With the page card, it could also be like a younger generation with that. They're the ones that are going to be able to fight for it. Because they're the ones that are kind of the new generation. People are becoming more like racially aware, anti-racist. People are becoming more aware of like pronouns and genders and respecting these type of things. So I'm not sure if that's a positive point there. Like, I do remember there's readers, he's saying yes to this point, I'm about just thinking about. There's readers out there who have said that people are going back to basics. Like, for me, I only have a smartphone because I need to do this type of work, but I did buy a dumb phone, and I was so ready to give up social media and not have any apps, but unfortunately, where I do, I love closing it, it's a flip phone, yay! People are going back to this sort of thing and trying like to have no apps and go out for walks without their phones and trying to be more grounded. And a lot of people, like the younger generation as well, they're starting to do things like meditating. So with that, you might see a switch in what happens from what you're getting with the younger millennials and the older Gen Zs, or some of the Gen Zs in general, who are always on social media. A lot of psychics are saying, I'm not sure actually if I agree with you based on these energies. People are becoming more like less on their phones and more like back into the real world, and that's what kind of what I feel like that he's nodding and saying yes. I feel that's the kind of, he looks excited. I feel that's the kind of energy Alex wants that are going to bring us forward into this kind of more of a positive yes movement and more education, people intermingling. Because online, you do get people who argue a lot, and it's so easy to fall out with people online because you just disagree with somebody. It's like, oh, let's block this person, cancel culture, all that stuff. No, you can disagree with someone and still love them. I don't agree with people in my life who I love and adore. I don't agree with everything they say, think, or do, but I'm not going to cut them out for it. And people, like, I get when people like see a racist joke or something or celebrity made, like, okay, yeah, I'm going to not like that person, but how they deal with that might play a fact. Do you know what I mean? Are they going to educate themselves? Are they going to try and do something about that? And no, apologies don't count, or things like that. You need to educate yourself. I forgot where I was going with that. It was about getting back in the real world, wasn't it? But I do see he's trying to tell me that people will have some sort of awakening with the yes movement. And I'm not sure if it's going to happen even in my lifetime. But I could be wrong. But I feel like he's trying to say that the generation being born now are going to be the ones who make the change. There's another page card here, and this one's again got the pentacle in her hand. What was the other page? The page of cups. He wants positive conversations to happen within the school environments. More open-ended conversations which are properly informed and have both sides of the argument, so that it's more balanced. That's what he wants to say. And education within the home as well. And positive conversations within the home around the dinner table. That's where you're going to see growth and real change for positive results for the people of Scotland. And we shouldn't really think too much about it, because the country, the UK, is struggling. That's the UK's energy, struggling, carrying all the swords on their back and being like, yeah, we're all struggling financially. Some people are like choosing between eating and heating. Some people are like working, barely surviving. Do you know what I mean? Like paying their taxes, giving it to people, cheating the benefit system, things like that. So yeah, that's what he wants. He wants people to move forward and change the old ideologies. I keep seeing that and hearing that. Get more in the Two of Wands, please. I keep hearing him say yes. He's getting excited. He's kind of happy. I don't know if any other reader has done this for him. Oh. What? That's interesting. He sees Scotland as being pained. Like, Scotland as a country. Like, and he thinks the land itself needs healing. And it's caused by the government. It's almost given like fracking is destroying the country. I don't know if there has been fracking. I don't think there has. I think there was a thing about it some years ago. But that's what I'm saying. He views Scotland as being a pained country. And again, I'm not feeling like he's talking about the people. He's talking about the land itself. But I feel like his heart is within the land. It's like he's a part of the land. It's like I'm seeing him in my mind's eye. He's like at one with the land. Because he's like... I'd explain it. That sounds weird. He's... his head and his body, but then when you get to his like hips, there's like grass coming out of his hips, and his legs are kind of like at one, like blended in. Is that the word? With the country. That's what I'm kind of seeing. Because he knows that the current wedding ring there, with the Westminster government is not serving us, and he views it as it paining the country, and he's viewing it as like an abusive marriage. Is basically what he's trying to say, because they're taking our money and they're not giving it back to the people of Scotland, not the equal amounts anyway, considering how much taxes we pay, and the oil industry as well, the oil, and I believe I did see, I don't know if it's true, but I did see a thing about the gin industry and the whiskey industry. Westminster profits, British government profit off of that with millions. Is it 2 billion a year or something like that? It was a lot. But that's how he views Scotland, and he wants it to heal. But we have to take matters into our own hands, with her holding up her hand like that. And we have to make a stand to make things better and regrow our country the way we want it to grow, for the best interest, he always said this, the best interest of people of Scotland. It's women! I was looking at the earrings and I couldn't figure out what it meant. It's women who are going to make the change. I don't know if that means like mothers who are raising the children of today, or just generally women. It's giving kind of like the suffragettes movement, knowing like women, well, we all know what that is. It's giving, he sees women as the educators is what he's seeing. And I don't know if I don't think it's teachers that he's meaning, or maybe it is, he just said yes. I know there's male teachers as well, or they them teachers, but by sexual orientation, women. He's talking about women. And he is including trans women in that, by the way. I don't know what his alive thoughts were on trans movement. I don't think he'd be anti-trans or anything like that. But he is, because I was thinking in my head, I hope he's including trans women. He's telling me yes. Women. He's viewing women as the ones who are going to bring this forward. Because he views women as the educators and the soul nurturers. He respects women, actually. How's that for your Alex Salmond allegations? People who did believe that he did it. That's what that means. Women standing strong and holding up the future of tomorrow. That is very beautiful. Makes me want to stand up and do something. That's beautiful. I like that. I love that energy. That's the most beautiful thing I've seen in this reading, because there was a lot of heavy energies in the air when I first opened the cards, and it felt like he was quite angry that he passed away. And I felt that he was quite frustrated that he passed away without seeing his dream play out. And basically, a lot of heavy energy. And I think that was probably tied in with his health as well, because his body was feeling heavy. But then as readings went on, I feel like I've got to know him a little bit. I feel like I've kind of met him in a sense, and it's been quite special, because he might have more to say, but yeah, I thought that's the most beautiful thing that I've seen. But he wants women to stand up and educate our children, educate ourselves first, and educate your children, and allow your children, whether you're a yes or a no voter yourself, like I'm a yes, but even educate your children, have positive discussions with them, like you would or should be doing about race, racism, gender identity, things like that. You should be having positive discussions about this with your kids, and he does agree. So pull from a different deck, or do you want us to continue here? Women, the nurturers. He respects women. How did he feel about those allegations then? How did he feel? I can't imagine that would be very pleasant to deal with that. I feel strongly, now that connected with his energy, that two women were lying. Because if they were telling the truth, I would feel it. I would sense some guilt or something from his, or I would hear an apology or something. I'm not feeling any of that. He's silent because he knows that I already know intuitively that they were lying. I'm feeling in this direction. Was there two women? I'm seeing two women anyway. I don't know if one of them was skinny and a hard looking face. I don't know what they look like. I never followed it because I never believed it. But, and if I don't believe something, I'm not going to give it my time of day. But they're lying. Strong lion energy from this end where they are, and there's nothing being said here where I feel Alex's energy, because he knows that I knew he was innocent. Okay, before we go into this, one positive thing is he knew that the right people who believed in him and knew him well would know that he did not do that, and he would not be capable of doing those types of things. With this card here, he knew. And I think that helped him stand a bit stronger in that and those convictions. But it did affect him, because there's a smoky cloud there. Inner conflict. He had support around him. I'm seeing probably a female with that. He had support around him. Maybe it's his wife, maybe it was someone else. I don't know who he's got around him. People who read cards will know exactly what this means, and you'll know just by seeing this card that he was fucking innocent. Sorry, I try not to swear. he was innocent. It pained him. Those allegations pained him because he couldn't believe that people would say that about him. He wanted to go away for a little while. I don't know if he did during the allegations, but he wanted to go away for a while and like hide from the world. That's how badly it affected him. So I'm seeing inner conflict. The moon, it can represent intuition, but to me, it can also represent lies. That's the lies, the moon. Two of Swords. I mean, I don't know if there was two women or more, but two liars. Swords. Mind card. Mind control. Games. And I was right. They did it to tarnish the yes movement and get people to vote no. He did have support around him though. And if he, I'm seeing with the card that he wanted to go away for a little while. I don't know if he did. Whoever was around him was supportive of that, and they were saying like, oh, understand. I'm actually seeing him crying now in my mind's eye, so he cried at that time. That's really bad. But he had to pick himself up again. He had to stand strong again, and I guess he had to put on a front for a little while, which I'm seeing was very hard for him. But I'm really glad to see that he had a lot of support. Disturbed sleep. He had a lot of support around him during that time, and that thankfully played out well for the situation. But it did affect him. I'm seeing like rumination or something over the allegations, because this cups card here, looking at these cups and not seeing like, everything's fine, Alex, we believe you type of stuff. He did know, obviously I was clutching that before, that people were standing by him, but it's like when you get, like when you cut your hair and you get 10 comments saying you look great and 5 comments saying, oh, you look awful, your hair looked better before. You're going to remember those 5 comments, aren't you, and not the 10 that were nice. So that's kind of the vibe that's giving me. He had to force himself a little bit to stand strong. Like I'm seeing him cry and then try and like push himself. Come on, Alex, you're a big man. That type of energy. Like I don't know if that's how we talk, but that's what this card is giving me. It looked like he did do a bit of healing work though with the green trees. So he was a smart man. He didn't ignore it. He didn't ignore this pain that it caused him. And I think that really helped him release. He dealt with it in a healthy way. Probably because he had women around him. Maybe that contributed to the disrespect for women. He did deal with the pain from that. That's good. And he was able to move forward. This is a narcissist card, but it's not giving narcissist for this reading. I'm just reading intuitively, okay? Ooh. Yep. Moon card. It affected him deeply emotionally. It's a Wands card. Wands is desires, but for me it's giving emotions for this. So he did carry that heavy burdens with him, and I guess the stigma as well for quite a while. But I do feel like it was, although that period of his time was over before he passed away, which is really good, because it means if he does live again, he won't be taking that pain over with him to the next life. So address your pain, people. Oh, women again around him saying, I'm glad you're feeling better, Alex, with that card. When he came back, I don't know if he went on a trip, I don't know if he went away for a while or hid away for a while, or there was just a period of really like darkness for him or something. I don't know if it's darkness, but like low moods. It's almost giving depression. I don't know if he was depressed or just struggling for a few months. And I'm seeing once he picked himself back up again, even if he wasn't completely fine by that point, people were saying, I'm glad you're feeling better, Alex. The empathy, he sees women as very empathetic. I'm seeing creatures, but you know what I mean. That helped him. That made him strong. I don't know if he did therapy or something, but if he did, someone pushed him into that. I think his wife. It looked like a paid therapist as well, not a counsellor. Some sort of support mechanism from a professional. It looks like if he did do that, and I don't know if he did, but this is what this card is giving me. Someone, I think his wife, or some female relation, I think his wife, pushed him into that, and that really helped. What a good woman. So pull from a different deck, or we're done here? I still feel his energy. Oh yeah, he healed from that. He's not taking that with him to the next life. And he saw brighter days. And he was able to put back into himself because of the support. Again, women around him. Flowers, things looking better for him. And toe dipped in the water. He was able to step out again slowly but surely. That's what that's giving. Ooh, that was nice. That was a nice energy once I got past the heaviness. But the heaviness wasn't him, it was just the energy surrounding him, like he was annoyed that he passed away soon. I'll see if he's got anything else to say, either from this deck or another deck. He was happy before he passed away, if that helps anyone. Did he have kids? Did he have family? There's someone in the spirit world who's helping him. That's what that's giving. I don't know what that means. Let's confirm the judgment card. What am I saying with that? Someone's helping him. Yeah, someone helping him heal from the disappointment of passing away in his mind too soon, and the health issues. He's annoyed. He's annoyed at himself for not eating better and not paying attention to the red flags and the warning signs of his health. He's annoyed at himself. So someone in the spirit world is helping him heal in the spirit world, I guess, in the fourth dimension. But that's, yeah. That's what that's for. Let's see if he's are you okay now, Alex? Let's see what he can give us. He's saying he's fine, but let's see. He had to balance his emotions in his mind for a little while up there. And it's been a struggle, he's saying. He had to learn to let go of the ideologies of not being alive anymore and not fulfilling his dream, and the disappointment, strong sense of disappointment with this, not being able to fulfill. He was just disappointed, but once he balanced that with what he could do maybe from the spirit world, he was able to kind of be okay with it and, yeah, stabilise himself. I do feel the Page of Cups is reversed, though he's still getting there a little bit. But he does see hope for a positive future. Let's see what these cards say, because they dropped out. His wife is struggling without him. I don't know if she's not sleeping. If anyone knows his wife, if his wife does see this, I'll give her a reading for free. She deserves it. And obviously her reading will look different from this, so it will be more personal to her. This is just for the people of Scotland. What is this? Oh wait, I just talked about his wife, and his wife is coming out here. She was the Queen of Cups. Yeah, that was giving his wife not sleeping at night, and these four cards were connected. So she now needs healing. She now needs to put her loving energy into herself. This was reversed. So she now needs to put the loving energy into herself, and she's not doing this. So if anyone does know her, or know how to like send her like a support letter somehow, some sort of communication of positivity, let her know this. I mean, maybe I could do it, but I don't know if it sounds weird or pushy being a tarot reader, but rather than someone who saw this reading, she needs to use that nurturing energy on herself, because she is struggling. She's not sleeping. She's struggling to move forward without him. This was also reversed. It was this way up. Yeah, she's struggling to move forward without him and find her sense of purpose in life without her husband, is what this is giving. She misses him a lot. Oh, that's really sad. Kind of want to cry. She's lost. She's actually lost without him. They must have had a really good marriage, a really good bond, because all this is giving, like, how can I go on without you? Oh, and now, oh cool, I'm getting a song! There's readers, Karmic DF on YouTube gets songs. They, like, sometimes guys communicate with you in songs, so pay attention if you get a song in your head, if you've not listened to it a while. Pay attention, because those lyrics mean something. He's given me a song. I don't know what the song's called. Can't get by without you, no way. That's a 70s song, is it like a soul song? I mean, did he listen to soul music? I don't know, but he's given me that song. That's his wife's energy. Can't get by without you, no way. And look how this is like the struggles and the pain, the smoke is the pain, and her struggling to move past all these wands without him. That's the first time I've read that card like that. But she needs to put back into herself and find things that she enjoys again. I wouldn't normally take things for like the family members, that's really personal, but he's given me this, so I'm just going to say it. He's watching over her. He's by her side. He's by her side a lot. I can actually see him like rubbing at her shoulder and saying like it's okay, and I don't know if she's like crying on the sofa, like sobbing like that. That's what I'm kind of seeing. He wants her to know that everything's going to be okay. There's something that he wants her to do. And I'm seeing it like he wants her to finish his... Not finish his vows. There was things... I'm feeling like there's something that he didn't say. With it interlinks with the Scotland stuff. Scotland independence, maybe, or politics, some sort of... Scotland. It's given Scotland. So possibly independence. There's something he didn't say before he passed away. And it could be written down somewhere. He wants his wife to share that. Does anyone know his wife? And that will help her heal. I don't know if she does gardening or she because this person's holding carrots here, and I'm being drawn to looking at them, so it must mean something. I don't know if she grows carrots or he wants her to start growing. No, not that. Also tomatoes. I don't know if she like grows vegetables and that or if she should be doing that and it'll help her heal. Oh, okay. Excuse me. He wants her to eat better because he doesn't want what happened to him to happen to her. That's what that is. He's saying, keep strong, carry on, Moira. And he does want her to smile again and be happy. I feel like maybe she's not smiling a lot lately. He's very protective of her in the spirit world, I can tell you that. Yeah, she's not finding joy and peace without him. And I'm getting a similar energy. No joy, no peace without her on this side. But that's what that card's giving. But he wants that for her. He wants someone to step up and help her with that. And move on with her life as best way as she can. But she does have some decisions to make about something. No, there's something about a move. Something about moving. Moving house? Are they not happy where they are? Why am I reading like a personal for family? Okay, well, this is what's coming out, so I'm going to have to go with it. 3 cards, I saw the same thing. Whoops. Moving house. He wants her to... Just drop that card, and I need it. Moving house. I know she feels trapped there, or maybe she's thinking about Alex too much, or maybe she just needs to downsize. Look at the house behind her, and she's moving out. Or that's how I'm reading it right now. Money. Because he wants her to downsize, it looks like, and save a bit of money or something like that. I don't know what for. I don't know if I should ask. It's not really none of my business. But I'm just reading what comes out. A legacy. He wants a legacy. After he's passed away, he wants a legacy. So whatever his legacy looks like, again, house move. But he wants her to invest money in giving him some sort of legacy to leave behind. So whatever that look, I don't know if that look is going to be like a statue or some sort of printed up thing. He said a statue would be good, aye. I didn't even say the word aye, that was him. He was laughing. But yeah. That's his wish fulfillment, to leave a legacy. He already did, in my opinion, but I think he wants something like a visual or something like you can hold or touch or see, you know, so that people like... It's giving Robert the Bruce a statue, whatever that is. I can't remember where in Aberdeen or Scotland that is. But it's a statue, like you wave it when you drive past. It's given like he's waving a Scotland flag. I don't know if he wants her to be... He's laughing. He's waving a Scotland flag. He must have a sense of humour. It's like after he passed away, see, death card. And he wants people to be like, if there's a statue of him, he's quite excited about that idea, I feel it. People to walk past the statue and wave a flag of Scotland, that's what he wants. I don't know if that was what's on his mind or if I've suggested that, and now he's like really excited about it. But that's his wish fulfillment for something physical, not like online social media videos. I mean, this kind of thing I'm doing, I guess, might be okay, but he wants a proper legacy, something physical. It could be gold, so it could be a statue. But that's what he wants his wife to invest money in. But maybe there's like the younger generation. His marriage was strong until the end. Maybe the younger generation could put their heads together and think, okay, how can we honour this man? You know? Martin Luther King Jr. was actually quite unpopular, apparently, in his last days. There was only like a really, really small crowd in his last speech. Sean King said that, and that's what this is giving. This is giving like maybe he was unpopular then, but he'll be popular in the future. Do you know what I mean? Not as popular as Martin Luther King Jr., but it's giving that kind of vibe where he's going to be more popular later on. So maybe to the younger generation who look back in history and be like, oh, look at this guy, he fought for his country and he voiced for he pushed for this movement. That's what it's kind of giving. So again, we're getting something about the younger generation being the hope for the future. And he's nodding again. Did he nod a lot? But this marriage was strong until the end, and his wife is really falling apart without him. So if anyone knows his wife, please send her some love and support, because she badly needs it. Is she pretending things are fine, or pretending that they're not as bad as what they are? He's saying yes she is. He's saying yes she is. He's doing that. I see that she is being able to get up and put her clothes on and go places, but she's doing it with a very, very, very heavy heart. And she needs to now put back into herself, because I'm not sure if she's the type of woman. I'm getting the vibe that she puts into others a lot. Nodding again, yes she did. Like, I don't know this woman at all. I only found out her name like half an hour ago. That's what it's giving. She needs support. She needs strong support around her. And she's not... It's not that she doesn't have support. I see people around her asking if she's okay and checking in and stuff. But I feel like she's not grasping the support that she needs to. That's what I'm seeing with that. So if anyone knows Moira, let her know that I'll give her a private reading for free. Just my way of giving back. Because this to me is not profitable really. It's just something I like to do to help people. That's why my readings are so cheap. I'm not profiting off it. Also, I can only make a certain amount of money a month on the DWP. So it's a non-issue. Again, I'm seeing like her saying everything's fine. I don't know if she wears white a lot. Or maybe she's staying at home a lot too. Maybe she's not getting out enough. I think Alex wants her to go out places. He wants her to go out of the house and not be like at home depressed and thinking about him. I'm not sure if that's also why he wants her to move, so she's not like thinking about him and being that stagnant energy. But definitely for the move, it was giving... He wanted a legacy. Okay, what's this inner turmoil or struggle? Inner turmoil. What is this? This is Alex. Oh no, she's really struggling. She feels isolated and alone. There's like an inner turmoil happening for her. That is so sad. Again, she's not sleeping. She's up at night. I don't know if she's thinking about it or just not sleeping in general. Or she's either not sleeping or she's up a lot during the night, like waking up at intervals and being like all up in her head and can't get back to sleep. I guess when you're married and you don't have them in the bed anymore, that must be a really isolating thing. And I feel like that's what she's feeling with the Nine of Swords card here. But he does want her to be happy again. He wants her so bad. He so badly wants her to smile again. And move forward from the pain and into better times in her life, because there is good times ahead for her. Oh, he sends her his love, especially when she cries. He rubs her back when she's crying, but I don't think she's feeling him or seeing him or whatever. But he sends her his love. That was really very emotional. He's reminding the people of Scotland that the marriage, this is a court card so it could represent divorce. Right now I'm reading it as a marriage, see, marriage card, marriage court, divorce. The marriage with the Westminster government is not serving the people of Scotland, and he does view it, I'm seeing the devil card in my mind's eye, he views it as being toxic. He wants to remind the people of Scotland that marriage with the Westminster government, the British government, it's not serving us, and they do not care about the people, not just the people of Scotland, but the people in general. And I have seen people in England online saying, oh, I wish I could vote for SNP. And at that point I thought, why don't they just become like a English, British government party? But then it kind of takes away why the, party's agenda, I guess. He does want the Alba movement to step up more, and He's saying do their job. Get us where we want to be. I do feel though that he needs to have stronger members of that Alba party who are going to have more of a backbone like he did and push for it more. That is what he's saying. So whoever's in charge of the Alba party now, yeah, because they're just stagnant and stuck where they are. They're not moving forward into the better times for Scotland. So whoever's in charge of that party needs to look at hiring stronger, more capable, fulfilling people for the role. Maybe some women. I think he says he's into that, like the idea of having a woman leader. He wants a woman to lead, or a woman in a role in that party with a leadership role maybe, who's, I don't know how to say this, who's been through some kind of pain. Because he sees that as someone who will be able to channel and connect better with the people, I think that's what he's trying to say. And he sees that as someone who will have more of a drive and passion, because I think he acknowledges women that come through pain are strong women. Women that have endured a lot of pain in their life, and it's a Ten of Swords, got a lot of pain. That, I guess that ties in with how he views Scotland. He wants Scotland to regrow, and women we're so nurturing, so we regrow ourselves, really. I think that's what he wants. That's what this is giving anyway. A woman who's been through a lot of struggle, maybe even trauma, and come out shining at the other end to lead the party, because that'll be the type of person that Scotland needs. Someone they can relate to. Someone who will be strong and be a voice for them, a voice for the people who need a voice. Do you know what I mean? Maybe this person, maybe whoever, I don't know if he's got someone in mind, but there's someone, there is a specific person in my mind's eye, I don't know who it is, a white woman who's a little, not overweight, but a little weighty-ish around the arms and hips and legs, upper legs. That's what I'm seeing. Definitely over age, yeah, I think over 50, maybe 56 plus. He wants that woman, I think whoever that is, or that who's looking at, whether she's in the party already, I don't know, but that's who he's looking at to lead this, because he has a lot of strength and maybe empowerment for that woman, that particular person. He thinks she's going to take the country far within the Alba movement. That's what his hopes and dreams are. So, anyone in the Alba party who sees this, that's your message. Because he's reminding me that the marriage is bad. He keeps saying the marriage is bad for the people in general, but he's saying the people of Scotland. When I said the people in general, he's like, yes, I agree. We cannot move forward looking back. Yeah, he's not getting over this heartache that he didn't get what he wants. He's not getting over this disappointment and heartache. He's holding on to it for dear life. But he needs to forgive himself. Shall we give Alex Salmond some love and let him know that his emotions no longer serve him? Looking at all the things that went wrong and not the things that are going right. He's getting over it though. He's telling me he's getting over it and he's dealing with it, because whoever's in the spirit world is helping him. He is getting his strength back, and he's going to use that strength to channel it for the betterment. It's not a word, but the better interest of Scotland. We can really go places quietly but strongly. Like, this is giving we're a small country, but we can go places quietly and strongly and get ourselves recognised by the world. That's what he wants, and he'll be very happy about that. The country has his heart. Another female card. Who's this? He wants a woman to lead the party, and look at all the, like, okay, this woman's got like pigmentation on her skin. That to me is reading as scars that she's had within that she's healed, and this jaggedy bits is reading to me like glass, things that have pained this woman in the past. The flower, she's come out shining. I don't know if the cat's significant there. She's standing strong, and she's more than capable to lead this country. She's definitely a mother. I'm seeing 3 kids, but I could be wrong. I feel 2 of her kids are grown, one of them might be a teenager with the 2 lion heads in the background there. She's what he wants for the future of Scotland, the party. And I feel like that will help him as well further his healing journey within the spirit realm, because that's going to make him happy and more fulfilled, seeing his dream play out with the person he wants in charge of the party. I don't know who's in charge of the Alba party, but whoever it is, it's not that woman currently. He's saying quick decisions need to be made before we run out of time. Okay, I don't follow politics at all, so I have no idea what's going on with the Alba party, but he said they need to get their act together, get their finger out their bum type of energy, and make a move on with furthering the movement. Because we're stuck, we're stagnant where we are. So stagnant. Another female. Pained. Getting over the pain. This is a separate female energy though, so is this like another female within the party? This is a different role. This is not the leader, this is like some other role. A woman who goes places within the country to promote the movement. I don't know anything about these flipping roles. Because I voted yes and that's it. But I did vote for SNP for a long time. And I considered actually voting for Alba party before I stopped voting. Strong feminine energy, see? Feminine symbol. Again, this is another woman who's endured a lot in her life. And he sees those types of women as fighters. And he wants a fighter for the country. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. I like that. Yeah, because these are women who've healed. These are not women who need to do their healing with the tree being full and bushy. These are women who've done their healing. Healing card. And those are the women that's going to help him get Scotland back on the map and get his voice out there and finish what he started. I love that. I love that. Been a joy, been a pleasure. I should probably stop there. I don't know how long this video has been. And yeah. He might say more. I don't know, sometimes when I shuffle the cards, people say more. And I do still feel his energy around here. So let's see if he says anything else before I switch off the reading. And I will upload this to YouTube. Financial imbalance between the two countries. Those of you who voted yes will already know that we are not getting the money that we put into the country back from the taxes that we pay to England. Or, not England, it's not England's fault. The English Westminster government is what that's giving. Financial imbalance for Scotland. He wants to rebalance that. He really cares about people. He actually genuinely cares. That's who I want as a leader. Somebody who actually gives a crap. So the way we're being treated is unjustified. But he needs people to see that. Like wake up and smell the... He keeps saying wake up and smell the roses or coffee or something. People are ignorant. People are believing what they want to... what they think is correct. And he's also saying people are heavily influenced by people they're surrounded with. So if you are one of these people who are... I just did a Justin Timberlake reading. If you're one of these people who's going to jump on a hate train just to be in the hate train and because it's all trending and without doing your own independent research... That's on you, sweetheart. That's not a healthy thing to be. You've got a mind of your own, use it. You have free will, use it. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that type of easily influenced energy because he thinks people need to take matters into their own hands. I can't channel what he's probably saying. He wants people to be more responsible for their decisions and the way that they vote. But with that in reverse, people are ignoring it. Again, with a female leader who's healed. The female leader? Not the female leader. The female who goes... The Empress card. The female that he wants to work in the party, or maybe is already in the party, because this feels like a prominent energy here. Somebody who maybe goes travelling. I don't know, again, these roles. But he's showing me somebody who's dotting about the country. Or even, maybe the UK, maybe Scotland, I don't know. Meeting and greeting people type of energy, or doing speeches or something. That woman, she's got an older child, probably a teenager who, this is in reverse, but I feel this child could play a role within the school or get into politics somehow, because these are connected. So this is good energy, this is really good. And that child could be significant as well. I feel like it's a male. Could be a they-them child, I'm not sure. I'm kind of seeing the interchangeable to a male-female, and feels like a masculine type of energy, but it could be they-them, I'm not sure. But that child, that teenager, maybe they're 15 now, or maybe they're 15 when... I feel like they're 15 now. But this could be... This is current. This energy feels current with this Empress card. So this could be happening soon, if it's not already. Definitely within the next year. This child, teenager is going to go... I don't know if they're going to do it around school or host some rallies, like do like a Greta Thunberg type, that her name? Thunberg, whatever. Thunberg, I think. Type of energy where this child organises something and makes a bit of a difference, and he's really proud of that, or he will be really proud of that when it comes to fruition. I like that. He really wants people to get off their bum and stop listening to everything you see on social media, because it's tarnishing your brain, is what he's saying. He wants people to put their phones away and get outside and learn stuff, with regards to Scotland anyway. He keeps saying, like, get off your bum, kind of type of, get out there type of energy. Because people are still holding on to beliefs and ideologies about Scotland being too wee, and the pound, whatever, say this coin. And he wants people to let that go, because it's not serving the better good of the country, the higher good of the country, or I can't quite channel what he's saying there. Because we can really put back into the country itself if we have all our own money for our own people. And that's basically what the Yes Movement is, and that's basically the kind of tagline and the truth of it. That's what that card means. That's what that card's showing us. But we need to stand strong, and not enough of us are doing this with the Strength card here. Not enough of us Scotland people are doing this. I was into politics for a little while. After this reading, I might have to start trying to have more positive conversations about the Yes Movement with people. He keeps telling me it's unjustified. He's shaking his head and saying, I'm not happy about it. It's unjustified, the way that we're treated by a government who doesn't give a crap about us. They're dragging Scotland down. And we all know that if we go to WAR, Scotland will not have a choice. Reversed. We'll be stuck, we'll be dragged into it. We all know that. It happened last time. And that makes him mad, because he doesn't like war. He doesn't like that, he doesn't like battles and things like that. He likes peace. He wants to obtain this movement in a peaceful way. He wants us to know that. So yeah. He doesn't want people to battle, he doesn't want people to fall out. He's actually very into peace. Achieving things in a peaceful, loving way. So we'll do the Oracle deck. I'm going to ask Alex, because there's a yes card in here and a no card in here. I thought it would be more fun to use this deck than the pendulum. Does Alex think we will get independence within the next 100 years? If we do, it's going to be a journey. I'm going to ignore what the cards actually say for most of them and read intuitively from the pictures. But this card at the bottom does say it's happening. So there could be small changes happening now that he's able to view from where he is, and or see or feel, however it's channeled. We need to start using our intuition and have a mind of our own. He keeps saying that. Protection. Protect ourselves from the government by using our vote. Our right to vote as people. Yes! He thinks we'll get it within the next 100 years. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying, people. Very positive energy with that card. But we do need to stand strong in our convictions and our beliefs and use our own mind. He keeps saying that. I think he doesn't like people that don't think freely. He doesn't like, like sheep and people that believe anything, yeah. Families as well have a big influence, he's saying, because if your mum and dad voted no, then likely you're going to vote no. I mean, I'm thankful my parents were both yes, and I was educated, I believe, in the correct way, with the correct information, but because the media, they never print the truth, do they? I mean, I remember back then they would always slag off David Beckham and say, oh yeah, he's thick, he's this, he's that, blah blah. But then when the Scotland movement came about, they used his name to say that he wants people to vote no. The guy's not even Scottish, for one thing. And also, you've been telling us he's thick for years, and so why should we listen to a guy who's allegedly thick in your own words? Then he tried to say Obama wanted us to vote no, and I don't think that's true. I don't think Obama would want that, because we love Obama. And also, Obama's a good guy, and he's not. If he did say that, he probably had to say it because that's in his flipping government contract, because how much of a free mind do our leaders have? Maybe not much, because they're not always the ones making the decisions, are they? They're just the face of the movement. But he wants us to do, even if whether your family voted yes or no, he's telling people to keep an open mind. He's literally telling you this, okay? Even if your family's a yes voter, still do your research. If your family's a no voter, still do your research. You don't have to listen to family, okay? Have a mind of your own. He likes that. He respects that. He's saying that even if you vote no and you've done your own research on it, he'll respect that. But do your research that's proper research and not social media. someone's granny had an influence, and I can't figure out if that's positive or negative. I'm seeing like a granny group children together somehow. I don't know what that means. Let's see if we can confirm that. Confirm the granny. Transformation. It feels a bit neutral, but I can't work out if it's positive or negative. There's a granny who had an influence. Whether it's positive or negative, I'm not really getting that. But either way, that granny, whoever this is, that grouped children together, I don't know if it's maybe like a childcare worker or just a granny who looked after kids, but they're not related to her, or not all of them are related to her anyway. I don't know if she was like a babysitter or babysat, had play dates with her grandson or grandchild. That's what I'm saying. Like a granny who had an influence. But I feel like because it's neutral, it might be some of the influence is positive, some of the influence are negative. But this might have been around the 2014 movement era, when the Yes movement was actually happening. Because I'm seeing that these children are actually a little bit more grown up now. They might be a teenager, so that might be tying with that other teenager that I saw. So they'll be teenagers now, and they'll maybe start thinking about trying to vote, or they might be talking about politics and modern studies and something in school. So that might be, there's a seed planted, some positive, some negative is what I'm seeing with the granny card. And that's a mother card there, yeah. He's kind of impressed with how much he's seeing in the spiritual realm. That was a random. Anything else he wants to say with this deck? Make decisions on your own. And think hard about it. This is decisions on your own. Again, he's heavy on the use your own mind stuff, okay? Whether it's yes or no. He'll respect it either way. Because he respects people who do make their own choices and do their own independent research. That's what he keeps telling me. This is making. I'm not reading the cards. I'm reading intuitively for this. So I'm not treating it like an oracle deck. I'm treating it like cards. It's sort of the yes or no. Use your own mind. That's what he's saying. Independent research. This is thinking long and hard about it before you think, am I a yes or am I a no? And again, he's telling me he'll respect it either way. Think about what's best for you, best for your children. Think about their history as well with this card here. I'm reading intuitively again. Think about look at the history. What does history show us? What has being in a bad marriage or abusive marriage is the vibe with the Westminster government taught us. And you can take matters into your own hands with this Yes movement. There it is. Taking matters into your own hands and making your own way for Scotland, paving your own way for Scotland. He wants us to realise what Westminster government have taken, not just from the people of Britain, so the whole of Britain, but the people of Scotland. And he wants us to see, open our eyes and minds and hearts and see that this government no longer serves the people of Scotland. He keeps saying the people of Scotland. And when we come to that realisation, things will look very differently inside people's own minds when they're able to think freely and stop reading the newspapers, the biased newspapers. And I'm hearing apologies, not from him, but from people who voted no in 2014, and these people's minds and hearts are going to be opened, and they're going to be like, oh, they're going to regret it basically, and they're going to be saying sorry, but he forgives them. That was interesting. He's saying thank you very much. Aww. That was fun. Kind of don't want him to leave. Oh, look at both sides of the coin before you make a decision. See the light. See the light. Realise the darkness. Acknowledge the darkness in this, not just in the world, but in Scotland particularly. And it's created by governments. And see the good, that not just when he was in charge of the SNP, but any decision that's made by a Scottish government for the people, see the good that they're doing. I can speak on behalf of this, on experience. The child, Scottish family tax, I don't know what it's called, child family thing, Scottish thing, was £40 when I first had my daughter. Within a year, it had went up to £102, so more than doubled. in the first year and a half or something that I had to have my daughter. Think about the good things and think about the promises they've made and kept compared to the promises that Westminster, any Tory or Labour government or Labour government have not kept. He's laughing when I said Labour. Again, heavy on the use your own mind. He respects it either way. He respects it either way. I really like that. That's been a very much of a pleasure. Trust your intuition when you vote. Protect your... This guy's funny. Protect yourself from further harm in the government. Government laws. He does think that it's a possibility, but we do need to put in the work, he's saying, to make this a better country for our children, for our children's children, and for our children's children. Generations, see? Generations to come, it can be better. The only way is up. This is like the darkness around the UK, I think. And this is the light of Scotland had their own way. The light, we could stay out of conflict, we could stay out of all these things. And it kind of, somebody said this at the time, Ireland fought. Ireland lost lives. So did Nigeria and Zambia, a lot of other countries lost lives for their independence. And Scotland were handed a pen and paper and we said no. It's kind of messed up. He agrees with me. He agrees with me. Here's a Gemini. Is he a Gemini? We could birth a new age for Scotland with that card. That's what he wants as well. But we need to stop the confusion inside our minds and start listening to the real news source, the real truths that are in our heart. Because we have the answers inside of us. He thinks that the Westminster is making Scotland a bit dimmer, this card here. And I kind of agree. But we need to be our own light. Look into what serves us, what doesn't serve us, and who serves it and who doesn't, and be the own light for our own country. Oh, I suppose I should stop there. What will I do now tonight? So, I want to say thank you to Alex. He's saying thank you very much. He's very, very grateful. Leap, you go first. Leap, take a chance. He wants us to take a chance, Scotland. I don't know, if he has more to say, he's welcome to come back. It feels like I'm inviting him around for a cup of coffee or something. He's like, I will, and then he gave me that like a cup of coffee vibe. But yeah, that was a pleasure. I've kind of always wanted to do that for Alex Salmond, but I never called out to me to do it until today. That was very interesting to see what and it's also nice to see that I was right. My intuition was right. He did not do those things that the media tried to accuse him of. I just sensed it right away. Same with the Justin Timberlake lies. He wants Scotland to flourish. We're not doing it the way we're going. But Alex, thank you so much for coming and letting me channel you. Let me read your cards. I'm bringing out the right cards and a message to the people of Scotland. I will upload it to YouTube. And if anyone benefited from this on this page, excellent. But if there's anything you think I missed or you'd like to ask Alex Salmond, was he the first Minister or was he the second First Minister of Scotland? I think he was second, wasn't he? But he was a brilliant one anyway. Alex, your star shines bright. I wish Alex some healing. Let's go burn some cinnamon before he goes for him so we can wish him well. And the spirit, well, he's saying thank you again. He says thank you a lot. Let's get some cinnamon burned, clear the air, clear the energies, and as a thank you. Because cinnamon does invite in angels, and we like angels, and we can send one to Alex where he is. We can also have angels to help us read more messages should he want to come through again. I love that smell. Okay, sorry if you have commented. I cannot see the comments. This phone is rubbish. I don't know if it's a Facebook glitch, by the way, because I still feel Alex's energy present, but I think he's... Oh, he just left. Okay, I can always sense when the energies are leaving. But that was nice. That was really lovely to... It kind of was like coming around for a cup of coffee. But yeah, he felt he was like very at home. His energy was very like at home around me or something, which was quite nice. I think he was really glad that I did that for him. But it does seem like his wife might need a private reading or something. So again, if anyone does know her, I'll be happy to give her a reading at cost of nothing, okay? Because she kind of needs it. And it might mean a lot to her to hear a message from her husband. I actually was at the dentist the other day and I joined a new dentist, and when I went in a couple of weeks ago, I sensed the energy of a grandmother around the guy at the desk, and I didn't say anything. So sometimes I doubt myself, and I'm like, oh, what if I'm like? But she was showing me a cat. This cat was being pushed in my face, like a dark-haired cat with like gingery bits. But it didn't show up like a real cat. It was showing up like some sort of big toy. But she kept shoving it right into my face, and she was like behind there, or like back of the cat, behind the cat. Anyway, I was like, what is with this cat? And I thought I was imagining things, or just maybe not. I doubt myself. Do you know what I mean? My readers are always telling me that. Stop doubting your abilities. But when I went back the second time, it was the same guy, and I was like, and I kept seeing it. I was trying to like channel like quietly in my mind, and then I said to him, like, "Oh, but don't mind me asking, have you got like a grandma in the spirit world?" And it's like, "Yeah, I've got two," and I couldn't work out which side it was. So it was kind of given both, which was kind of weird, which does make sense. He did say I had both sides of grandma. And I was like, "Did your grandma have a cat or something? Was it like black and ginger?" He's like, "Oh, I don't remember. She did have a cat." I was like, "Well, she keeps showing me this cat, so something prominent about the cat." Then my dentist came through and called me, so I couldn't really engage in the conversation. But I said, "Well, she's saying," I gave him a message, and I won't say it on here. And he was like, "Oh, thank you." And the next day I had to email the dentist something, and he responded saying that it meant a lot to him because he'd had a really rough day. And I was like, "Well, that's why I do what I do. I want to help uplift people, okay?" So, if you do need reading, if you even can't afford £7.77, get in touch with me and we'll see what we can do. Prices will go up though in March the 8th, which will be £11.11. So right now, if you get a discount, it's £4.44, working with angel numbers. If you get a reading after the 8th of March, it will be discounted at £7.77, okay? So, thank you anyone who tuned into this and watched, and thank you so much if you like, click, subscribe, share, anything you want that's positive and helps me reach more people, so then I can help more people heal. Okay, thank you everyone. Good night.